Welcome to New York's #2 sports show. The Rangers call up former first-round pick Brennan Othmann from the Hartford Wolfpack. So Othmann, who was the 16th overall pick in 2021, I would say has to be regarded as the top Ranger prospect in their system, is getting a look with the NHL club. And this is due to Tyler Pitlick being out week to week with a lower body injury. I didn't notice anything last game against the Carolina Hurricanes, but apparently Pitlick did sustain an injury. And so now Brennan Othmann will get an actual look. And with the Wolfpack in his first year in the AHL, in 28 games, had 9 goals, 14 assists, and 23 points. He was a -6. But I have been impressed by him, whether it be in preseason, whether it be watching him at the World Junior Championships last year, and the year before that, I guess, with Canada. He, is someone that I think could be a really good player. Now, is he ready? We'll find out. I don't know. I mean, it's a little bit different, but think about last year. Will Cooley was called up for a handful of games, and that was it. It was in around the middle of the season, and it might have been 4 or so games, and that was it. And for Othmann, I think that there's higher hopes, at least from an offensive standpoint. And they are leaving the top 6 alone, which is fine. Again, Blake Wheeler being where he is, I don't love that, but he's also not really a great bottom 6 player, so it's kind of what it is. And so now what's happening is actually giving Will Cooley, I think, a little bit more ice time. So now with Pitlick off of that line with Goodrow and Vesey, it'll actually be Cooley that's on that line, and Vesey moves over to right wing, so which he's capable of. So now it'll be Cooley, Goodrow, Vesey, and then the other line will be Othmann on his natural left wing side, Bonino centering, and then Brodzinski at right wing. And it makes me wonder, earlier in the season when Brodzinski was with Hartford, I'd have to think so, was Brodzinski and Othmann on the same line? And I'm not sure. If any of you guys or gals, knows that information, definitely let me know in the comments section. But, hopefully there's some chemistry there. And if he can really take advantage of this opportunity, I think that, he might stick, because I think Pitlick's going to be out for a little bit. And so he probably will get at least maybe 2 weeks of game action. And so we'll see. Again, and for me, he's been impressive from what I've seen. There's a little bit of jam to his game. There's skill. And it would be great if he can end up being like a legitimately good NHL player. That would be very helpful, because obviously there's been, some disappointments for different reasons with former Ranger first-round picks, especially at the forward position. So I'm hoping that he can really take advantage of this opportunity. And for Tyler Pitlick, he'll be a bit of a loss. Obviously, he has not provided a whole lot offensively. Pitlick in 28 games has a goal, 2 assists, 3 points, and a -1. You'll see him a little bit, on the penalty kill. Averages about 10 minutes of ice time a game. And so I think that could be a little bit of a loss, but obviously not one that's overly drastic. And I think when he is healthy from injury, unless we'll see. I mean, I guess he is at risk for losing that spot if Othmann takes it. But if that isn't the case, he'll be back in the lineup when he returns. But yeah, so now it makes things a little bit interesting with this Chicago Blackhawks game. Othmann's debut will be at Madison Square Garden. This will just give the Rangers a little bit of juice, especially after the disappointment of the Carolina game. And there's been a lot of inconsistency with the Rangers, but I think that bringing some youth into the lineup could do them a lot of good. So, felt like this was something that was, considering Othmann's status, being a former first-round pick, being, like I said, I think the top Ranger prospect in their system, this is definitely something that is exciting and I wanted to talk about. So again, Tyler Pitlick out week to week with a lower body injury, and thus Brennan Othmann will be making his New York Ranger debut at Madison Square Garden against the Chicago Blackhawks.